This is absolute madness. I've lost touch with the real.
Mad as it is, as mad as the moon, obtains blinding sunlight into a glowing reflection.
Voice in my head. If I'm not mad, then it must belong to the one who made me what I am. I must find him to understand what I have become. These people want me dead. I need to leave now.
Here's the leech. Here! Oh, fuck you!
My head's spinning.
Wait! Come out, you coward! Clever fucking beasts.
It's locked, all right. I'm still in Southwark.
Over there!
I must...
Die, vermin!
The strength I never knew I had.
This one stinks already.
This shouldn't be possible.
You'll pay for that!
I still knew every fiber of my being is on fire. I feel like a child learning the limits of my body. My strength, my reflexes. I'm not human. My poor sister. If only I had controlled my need for blood. Mary, someone will pay for what happened to you. For what happened to us. I have this thirst. It's locked. The dizziness from the jump. I can now control it. What will London have to... I have so many questions unanswered. This is despicable. Another corpse. Have the very streets of London become a mausoleum? The man has been drained of all blood, but I can still smell the scent of it. I follow the scent's trail. Perhaps it will lead me to my assailant. Something dire must have come about. Fresh blood. Where has everyone gone? According to the blood patterns, that's where the victim was attacked. So that must be the killer's trail. At last, a little life.
Not long ago.
Good evening, sir. I wondered if I could ask for your help.
Wow, you look like you need a drink.
Yes. I apologize for my outfit. It's been a long night.
Been there, seen that. Don't worry, things can only get worse.
Has anybody entered the bar recently?
Can't say. Sorry. I spent the night making love to that gorgeous bottle, see?
This is important, sir. Are you sure no one has come in here in the last few hours?
I don't know and I don't care. This is a free country. People still have the right to come and go, don't they?
What's going on around here? It's like everybody is hiding.
You must be new here. Have you not heard about the murders? Everybody fears the return of the sewer dog.
Who is this sewer dog?
It's the local bogeyman. Convenient answer for every crime that happened for decades.
You make it sound like it's...
People...
I'll leave you...
My God, sir, you look like...
No, thank you.
Well, grab a chair and get some...
I'm looking for someone who...
It's been quiet, sir.
You mean he's...
Well, yeah.
I need to...
Just climb the stairs and knock on...
Yes?
No. You again. What can I...
Why is it going...
You must be new around it.
Tell me more about these murders.
Every morning for the last few...
Do the police have...
even before...
Tell me more about...
Every...
Gotta be something can be done to get out.
Where am I?
You're at my bar, sir.
Aren't you...
Scared of what?
So you're...
Yep.
I'm looking for some...
It's been quiet.
You mean...
Well, yeah.
How long?
He rented the room a few days.
Who is this?
Like a gentle.
Yes?
No fun.
Hello, sir.
I don't know.
Maybe you prefer to speak.
What's going on?
Too many dead, sir.
What have you heard?
There's a Spanish flu. Yeah. Killed.
Are the authorities?
Nothing.
The murders?
Bodies found in the streets.
The sewer dog? What's that?
No one knows.
What is this?
This is Tom's bar.
You don't seem...
Most people are sleeping right now.
Are you always...
No, it's only since the epidemic started.
You don't seem... I just want to talk. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm not afraid, sir. It's just I've other customers to take care of.
I only see one customer.
Oh. Well, yeah, of course. I mean... Best check on them.
I'll leave then. Thank you.
Not long ago, this sort of mess would have given me a laugh.
Poor Jack. He didn't deserve this.
This is no place for you. Prewen has several patrols roaming the area.
They do not pursue me.
But they're looking for vampires, and they're most efficient.
They'll not relent until the killer has been identified.
I have a common objective, but I require...
I think...
Are you certain? You might as well come in, whoever you are.
Slowly, vampire. Who are you? I mean you no harm. Say it, the vampire. Present yourself.
I need a word. With anyone.
Well, that's something I can do for you. And who might you be?
Tell me.
First, tell me what you...
That's none of your concern.
Sir, you have entered my room in the middle of the...
Something.
The calling card.
I've been hunted down in the streets and attacked. Then if you are not a vampire...
Dr. Edgar Swansea of the Brotherhood of St. Paul. I'm performing an independent investigation here in an attempt to understand precisely what is going on.
Then help me...
If I may.
I followed a trail.
You thought I was your aggressor.
A shadow, indeed.
You should let me handle this affair.
No. I will find the monster.
How will you do any better than I?
I will at last have the answers to my
Then I can only wish you good... I'm certain we shall meet again.
Are they stupid or something? I've never even been to India.
If Swansea is not my attacker, it means somebody else came here tonight. Someone must know something. I have a few... I spoke to Dr. Swan.
The truth?
I suspect that someone else was here tonight.
I'm just the barmaid here, okay?
I can feel your fear, madam.
It's Will.
Tell me about...
Will was a sailor who worked...
Why keep it a secret?
Tom's nothing if not loyal.
I see.
You best talk to Tom.
Hello, sir. May I disturb you again?
You're still up?
Up.
Hey, I told you.
Tom, talk to me about the visit from your old friend, William. I need to find him.
You could try his boat.
Please describe it.
What do you expect?
Thank you, Tom.
If you see him, tell him I'm occupied presently.
Please, leave me alone.
I will get to the bottom of this intrigue. What's been done to me, to this city. The body is still warm. This corpse has been... This man was armed. What's this? Blood. There are blood splats on the other side of the These men, they're a company of professional vampire hunters.
That's the leech, boys! Filthy piece of shit! Over there! Get them weapons ready! You'll pay for that!
I can't believe I'm doing this. Fresh blood. The whole building reeks of it. The scent is so strong it makes me dizzy.
I'll not betray your trust.
Is this first? see. I need a drink. I'm so thirsty.
As one, we shall overcome this.
We've done it before. Not over. I had a drink outside.
This place reeks of bloodshed.
Dear God, not again. William, please stop.
Just a sip. I promise.
This creature is the devil's. I must put it down.
William was an honorable man. I could have saved him.
Mr. Hampton, are you in there?
I knew him well, another lost soul, a kindred spirit.
Sir, listen to the sound of my voice. I'm a doctor. You're suffering from shock.
I must return to my flock. They'll stray without me.
Remember, certain skulls are every bit as resistant as we are.
Who are you? What do you mean by Skal?
You truly are a newborn. I should have realized.
Wait. You are the woman from the bar. Are you... like me? Can you help me?
I believe, sir, I already have.
By George and the Saints, you've solved the mystery of these terrible murders. Patience, good fellows, I've come to offer help. Just give me a moment to secure my boat. We can leave this awful place.
William was not the evil man they claimed. He was just taken by the thirst. He needed his drink.
This man requires medical attention. We'll see he gets to the nearest hospital.
No, please, I must tend to my fold. My flock needs me.
There, sir. Go with the good Dr. Swansea. He's resourceful, and I'm sure he'll take good care of you.
You'd best come as well. The sun is soon to rise, and you'll need a place to rest.
I just need a moment. If I can learn something about what has happened to William, I'll be a step closer to understanding what happened to me. This poor creature can't be my maker. Could it be some species of vampire? I must find a place to analyze the blood. Where are we headed?
We're on our way to the Pembroke Hospital. It's just across the canal. They'll have a bed for poor Mr. Hampton.
William was... what manner of creature was he?
Predator, prey, villain, and victim. Who can say? The important thing is that he's been stopped.
Duly noted. And the woman? What... who is she?
What woman?
Oh, don't play me for a fool. You used me to locate that Skal. You must know who she is.
I thought you a gentleman. You shouldn't talk about a lady behind her back, but I will tell you she values her privacy. Were London as peaceful as she appears from the middle of the canal? If only that were the reality of the situation.
To be honest, I've always tried to avoid this part of town.
Pembroke Hospital is the last bastion between the rest of London and the epidemic. The flu has decimated the East End and the war still rages. Welcome to the front lines of a plague.
This is where you work, Dr. Swansea?
I am the administrator of Pembroke Hospital.
I thought you were here in service of your mysterious order, the Brotherhood of...
Of St. Paul's Stole, yes. But first and foremost, I'm a man of science. A physician, like yourself, Dr. Reed.
How do you know who I am?
No need for modesty. You are Dr. Jonathan Reed, a surgeon of some caliber and renown, if I'm not mistaken.
You are correct, sir.
I knew it. I had my suspicions. But when you took the blood sample from the corpse of poor William, I was certain. Dr. Reed. Marvelous.
Have we met?
I attended 3 of your seminars before the war. I have the utmost admiration for your research. And what a turn of fate. England's most esteemed blood specialist returns to London a vampire.
That word, again, from a so-called man of science.
I understand. Traditionally, the role of science is to refute myth, but when myth walks among us, the Brotherhood of St. Paul has dedicated its purpose to their study. There's so much for you to learn.
Of that, you are right.
Well, then let me be blunt. Join my staff at Pembroke Hospital. As a physician. I suspect you'll not find a better post of employment to contemplate your predicament.
This is sudden. I was returning home to see my sickly mother. But alas, that was before contracting this... affliction.
Dr. Reed, take a moment to consider. The post would be for the night shift, providing a good explanation for your absence during daylight hours. You'll be adequately reimbursed, and have a place to hide. I even had the forethought to bring some clean clothes. So, what do you say?
It seems I have little choice, but yours is a generous offer, so I thank you.
Brilliant! Oh, Jonathan, this is one for the book, and the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
Dr. Swansea, thank goodness. I was beginning to be concerned.
Worry no more, Nurse Crane, for I bring good news.
Oh, Doctor, what a night. We lost 2 more patients. Nurse Scow said she couldn't take it anymore and resigned.
Yes, well, I'll make a new rota in the morning. In the meantime, find a good bed for Mr. Hampton. Be sure to pay attention to his needs.
Of course, Doctor.
Oh, and Dorothy?
Yes, Doctor?
Dr. Reed here has just returned from the front. He served King and Country and will be joining us here at Pembroke. We're very lucky to have gained a surgeon of his talent, and one so experienced in blood transfusions.
That is good news indeed, Doctor.
Oh, yes. Here at Pembroke, it's not what we have, but what we haven't. It's only thanks to Nurse Crane and the staff that our ship doesn't sink. If you have any questions, just ask her.
Duly noted. Thank you.
Your assistance is required, Dr. Swansea, immediately.
Welcome aboard, Jonathan. We'll catch up after my rounds. I'm coming, Nurse Crane. I'm coming. We'll have a word in my office later, Jonathan.
better than that. It's my turn.
Rotten autocracy. Each heart contains the secret of life. Drink at this river. Try it all. Sir, please. You've lost...
You think I didn't notice?
Insulting a good Samaritan. Not exactly.
All right. So
Yes. That's a... Follow me, Mr. Cox. Bring this fading light into the shadows. Dance with him the dance of life and death. Not like this. I will not take another life.
Whoa, I feel giddy. What happened?
It is wise for the huntsman to sometimes let his prey go. But no famished hunter can run for long.
Doctor,
I found a wounded man.
already making the rounds. That's the Pembroke spirit.
Thank you, nurse.
Dr. Swansea and...
Thank you.
Yes, Dorothy...
I would like to ask if... And Mr. Ham...
I gave him a sedative to help.
If you could...
Second floor.
What kind?
Well, you accepted the job.
Apologies.
Dr. Swansea is a...
It's right to assume...
You'll get to know him soon enough.
Thank you, Nurse Crane. Good evening, nurse. I'm
Dr. Swansea has already...
Did he really?
All members of staff have already read about your new...
I see.
You must know, blood transfusion...
How are things?
Not good.
Do you think this hospital...
We are all volunteers.
and
Sorry, Doctor.
I'm not familiar with...
Brilliant professionals.
Most of them.
It would be
Is there any...
Well, I have...
Why should his aim...
I guess it's fair to say he's always pushing himself...
Nurse Brannigan, if you do know something, please tell me.
No.
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, sir.
I've already heard about you.
That's quite...
You can call...
I'm not sure...
Well, I'm no...
You have a...
No need to...
How is this...
You want to hear this?
So what do you do...
I've been an ambulance...
Since you're on the front...
It's a complete...
It sounds like...
Yesterday I got attacked.
You left and...
Go there yourself if you want, but be careful, Doctor.
Are you really smart?
And why not?
But you're not defending yourself.
You keep people alive your own way, Doctor.
Goodbye, Milton. I'd like to see...
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable...
Dr. Swansea is right. This place seems perfect to conduct my research. Good evening.
Unless you're here to...
I'm Dr. Reed.
You guessed right.
Where were you stationed?
I really...
No offense.
You were an officer.
How is your
Oh, it's bliss.
Can I ask you...
It's the pains.
Can I do it?
Nurses gave me a bunch of...
Who is treating...
Nobody since the...
You don't seem...
My face hurt.
Goodbye for now. Good evening, Mr.
Dr. Reed, is it?
What do you mean?
I was not myself.
You remained...
Thank you, Doc.
How did you end up?
I had received alarming news.
You dared to enter this...
I'm just a man trying to help his friend.
Why did...
William was an alcoholic.
What is the general situation?
The situation has always been...
Has the gang been...
Ah, no. I've had...
Who leads...
Since Clay Cox went missing, it's his wife, Edwina.
Do you know Tom Watts? The bartender?
Tom? Yes, of course.
Who should I avoid in this part?
Not really. Most men...
People are still...
How could it be other...
Goodbye, Mr. Hampton.
Fear and disgust on every street corner. The daily routine.
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening, Doctor.
And I'm Dr. John...
Well, it's a you...
How would you describe it?
It's serious.
Nurse Hawkins, the Spanish flu...
I wish I could believe you.
You must get...
Sorry.
How long?
Well, long enough to see that the epidemic is winning.
You'd be surprised what dedication...
Sorry.
How is the
Well, not well.
Why does Milton dislike doctors?
I don't know.
Why is...
Milton's not the kind of...
How long?
Well, long enough to...
You'd be surprised... Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
The pain. It's here again.
Good evening, Mr. L.
Evening.
Goodbye for now, Mr.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Good evening.
Your name has no meaning to me.
I beg you.
What are you begging for, mortal?
You keep calling...
Well, Dr. Reed.
And why do you...
I don't need to believe anything.
Please.
I can hear my...
I see. Have you...
Never. Delusional, you say? Oh, sad and...
I'm assuming you must be...
It's only a cover.
Who are these Ed...
I cannot say for sure.
The staff here are not your...
I'm not speaking of the doctors in white.
I see.
Thank you, mortal, but do not interfere with them, for you are no match for those that hunt me.
Who are you really, Miss Howcroft? I mean, apart from...
Is that not enough for you?
I'm curious to know who you...
No, it was such a long time ago, I don't...
I'll leave you, Miss...
Not following me.
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task.
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, exactly. We lack work.
Why do you...
Yeah.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, Nurse. Goodbye, Nurse.
Time has lost its effect on me, but the suffering continues.
Not now.
Good evening.
I need blood, Doctor.
I'll leave you.
Fear and disgust.
Evening, Dr. Reed.
How close are you to Miss Hallcroft? Are you...
To wait for her next nibble is the best reason to stay.
Aren't you afraid?
She's quite harmless, I can assure.
So do you let her...
And why not?
She could decide to...
And it's another good reason.
You do realize she's mentally disturbed.
In her madness, she never refers to...
Goodbye for now.
Damn. The pain. It's here again.
Tell me, Thelma, why do you feel so... Do you plan to...
Of course not. How...
Would you say...
No.
I'll leave you. This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin. William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now. Stay here until my research is complete. I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood? Yes, Nurse Crane?
I'm so sorry. I know Dr.
A crisis?
Our supply of antiseptics...
What type of hospital are
You have been away too long.
I may have a solution.
However do you...
If combined correctly.
The storeroom. Fat chance.
Perhaps I should look there.
It's the large building...
The abandoned morgue behind the hospital. A small door. Good evening, sir.
So it is true.
Do we know it?
Actually, yes.
Dr. Tippett's, yeah.
He was also very...
You're exhausting yourself, Corcoran. Maybe you should think...
No. We must keep...
Nurse Brannigan is worried about... You don't have to blame her.
I'm not that guy.
Do you need any medical assistance?
Come on.
Do you need any medical...
Come on.
What is the...
This hospital...
It's more than enough.
Don't be misled by a peer.
What can you tell...
Some are really good.
Any opinion?
I don't always agree.
Ah, yes.
Don't get me wrong.
Tell me more.
Nurse Brannigan is a pearl.
You really seem to admire...
I'll go even further. If she was a man...
What is the pet...
Don't be...
What could... Nurse, you don't have... Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good evening.
Good evening.
Why does Dr. Tippett's
If it wasn't for him...
Dr. Tippett's does not...
If you're suggesting...
Goodbye, nurse. Good evening, Nurse Brannigan.
Good evening, Doc.
Do you require...
Thank you for your...
Goodbye, nurse.
The patients are not fools. They know we are overwhelmed.
Good evening.
Dr. R...
And why?
People who don't...
How is your...
This is just shit.
What's wrong?
Come on, Doctor.
But you're alive.
What are you expecting?
What's wrong?
That bar...
I see.
The nurses aren't.
Do you ever...
The wound he gave.
That man was...
What a surprise.
What did he... You're lucky to be alive.
Of course.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody... So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well. Thelma Howcroft said she was being watched by vampire hunters.
Good evening. Always a pleasure to meet a colleague. Not anymore, sir.
What do you mean?
Nose.
A pawn?
Yes, sir.
Who come?
I'm very cautious.
What kind?
With the quarantine,
Are you a...
Why should?
How did you get...
After I left the arm.
An interest,
Sir.
Have we met?
I don't think...
When we first...
Funny stories.
Do you work here?
Yes, very easy work, sir.
Why do you...
Because these poor fellows...
Why clothes?
It was for sanitary reason.
Since you're not afraid of dying.
No. I believe we must do...
Do you think you would enjoy immortality?
I don't think so.
So you're...
No.
You're a wise...
No, Dr. Reed.
Do you really believe goodwill?
As I said, sir.
Quite depressing.
Yes.
Do you need
I'm feeling all...
Please show me.
Of course. It's just...
Good evening.
Good evening, Doc.
I have some...
What?
I retrieved your...
Well, yeah. Pippa Hawkins is my...
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please.
Tell me why you're extorting money from some of the patients.
If a patient wants a bed, he'll have to...
Where did you get the idea for such...
Funny you should ask.
What's going on with...
Pippa's tired. Tired.
You do realize you could both get fired?
Come on, Dr. Reed.
During the war...
Maybe you're right.
Goodbye, Milton. Good evening, sir.
Reed, yes, I've been informed about your...
Does my arrival...
Let us just say that I don't
If you have a problem...
Dr. Swansea has imposed...
I know we've...
Oh, but...
You are going to change your tone with me, Mike.
I don't think so.
Since your
Let's just say I'm...
Carelessness.
We're here to save...
I don't intend to run any...
Modern medical methods were created through
If you have a problem with me...
Dr. Swansea has imposed...
I know we've never...
Oh, but...
You are going to change...
I don't think so.
It seems you have bad...
I refuse to see this industrial...
We can at least agree on something. I don't know what you've heard about me.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive...
And what exactly?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you,
Be careful what you insist.
I only want you to admit you...
Knowledge has always...
It is not a question of initiative.
I don't know what you...
I don't question...
And what? Knowledge.
It is not...
If you have...
I don't...
Do you need my...
Not at all.
Thank you for your... Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed. I am Thoreau Strickland.
What do you think of Dr. Ackroyd?
It's a shame he's so narrow-minded.
With the influenza?
I believe that if Dr. Ackroyd...
So you believe it's just...
Dr. Ackroyd is as proud...
Please, could you tell me...
I'm a great...
I'd
rather not talk...
As long as you're cautious and methodical.
You're not the first one to warn me.
What made you choose...
I'm not ashamed...
It's always a pleasure to share scientific and medical knowledge with someone.
This epidemic may be the century...
What made you...
I'm not ashamed to...
It's always a pleasure...
This epidemic...
What can you...
Well, it has always been an honor to...
Do you need help?
Well, yes.
Do you want me to play...
Oh, no, Dr. Reed.
I see. You seem quite...
I'm convinced.
Questions rem... True. Please, could you tell me something?
I'm a great...
Do you need my...
You don't have to worry.
Goodbye, Dr. Good evening, sir.
I don't know it.
I see.
I'm Harvey. I'm just a regular guy.
I was more...
I'm a cop.
Tell me about the...
Strickland and...
What do you mean?
I often had profession...
Are you...
Well...
I won't...
Are you sure you...
In other circum... Is there anything...
I'm all right.
Goodbye for now.
I will not let you down, my boy.
It's locked, all right. Behavior is similar to the infected William Bishop. Must be the same strain. sickness moves faster than influenza. I cannot enter. This key will surely grant me access to the basement. These scowls feed from corpses and the husks of animals. They're not after it. It's locked. It's locked. Mr. Connor's injuries don't match the report. I'd better look into this. Traces of a pinkish foam at the... Multiple abrasions and scarring on the arm. The chest was... A puncture over the left lung. Signs of internal bleeding. So, Tippett has made an egregious error. It's time we talked. Scowls can be so ferocious. I'm not sure I can defeat them without becoming stronger. To drink blood is so tempting. balls of Mars. Fortifiers. As popular as they are ineffective. But they do contain iron tartrate, and that might prove itself useful.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Pepper, I know you're very close.
Yes?
I have no intention of
The
reporting.
rules say I won't...
Is he worth the risk?
Hey, I'm not...
How long?
Or long enough.
You'd be Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
You're so lucky to have Dr. Reed, you know.
Good evening, Doctor.
Dr. Reed.
Do you need any medical assistance yourself?
Come on.
Corcoran, I want you to tell me about Mr. Connor.
He was my patient.
What was the nature?
It was a twofold error.
Who was this?
I don't know.
Why not?
Are you mad? I killed...
You're
No.
Nurse Brannigan, you don't have to blame... What is the...
This whole...
It's more...
Don't be...
Goodbye, Dr. Tippett. Good
evening.
Goodbye, Milton. The flower's dying. It needs water. It's locked, all right. I cannot enter.
Please, sir.
What's going on?
I'm Blight, sir. Newton Blight. I've lost my mate. Can't find him anywhere. Oswald and myself were both...
How long? Don't be ashamed. What can you tell?
I'm Oswald's best friend.
What can you tell?
His name is...
Where?
He went down...
This is it.
We were looking for the...
I have all the info.
Thank you, Doc.
There's good reason to be proud.
You always knew the words to calm the children, hadn't you?
It's safer here than anywhere else in the East End.
Darkest thoughts of the light.
My blood and soul here again. They belong to you.
Good evening. Please show. Of course. It's just... It never ceases to amaze me how...
properly. A month?
Find the...
Yes, nurse.
You've...
Duty called?
Many thanks.
Methods, and you will kindly apologize when you're feeling better.
I'm alright. Don't waste your time with me.
Good evening, madam.
It's my son.
I'm Dr.
I'm bit.
What can you tell me about...
Not much to say.
May I...
I'm a teacher by
Are you...
Yes.
What do you think?
I have had the uttermost
Is there something in particular?
Some of the staff were not as...
Tell me...
The ambulance driver was...
What do you mean?
She managed to secure a bed for my...
I share your concern.
I don't expect compensation.
She charged...
Yes. And I paid...
Goodbye, Mrs. Goswick. Good evening.
No, I don't want...
I suppose...
Yes.
Could you at least...
Mortimer.
Do you need any help?
I'm afraid I...
You are not a burden.
And you have my...
How painful.
So painful.
I'll let you...
I'm alright.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit.
How painful.
So painful.
I'm sure...
Not really.
I see.
Yes, mate.
Why did your...
My mother just...
Pembroke...
Stop me.
Is your mother...
That's tempting, Doctor.
How painful.
So painful.
Tell me about...
I don't want to...
I have to go.
Good evening, sir. Doctor. What a bloody...
Come now, we can handle this.
Every street corner. The day.
Please, Jonathan, come in. Fascinating, is it not? In the last decade, so many mysteries have been brought to light with our microscopes. The human body, biology's penultimate frontier. The more we explore its boundaries, the less we're able to trace a clear line between life and death. You, my friend, have a foot in both countries. The view must be vertiginous.
It's at least as vertiginous as chatting about vampires with you, I would say.
This must be all so new to you. This area of town. The hospital.
I wish I could...
I cannot
There is an...
Forgive me.
There is no need...
Very well.
Please.
The Pembroke only survives...
A spokesman.
Discretion is...
And you would like me...
By this...
Accepted. It's locked, all right.
The flu took my dear wife, Emily. I take comfort knowing we'll soon be together again.
Mr. Rainfield, that's no way to talk. You're in good hands here, and we'll be up again soon enough. Now do me a kindness and get some sleep. I'll be back round later.
Your words are kind, the blessings of an angel. You're the sweet, sweet Lady of Mercy.
Good evening, Doc. You seem surprised.
You're a vamp. The lady.
Indeed.
So it seems our
Dr. Swansea is a remark.
I hope you're more disposed.
You must have countless questions.
Dr. Swansea has.
These past in.
Please continue.
My embarrassment in this matter is a.
I'll take care of it.
If that was the case,
I'll meet that.
My life is our little.
I think of
my situation.
Perhaps I should have concealed the offer from that Cadogan fellow.
Cold will be my death. What?
There's no need for a laugh.
Preposterous.
If you continue shouting, I'll have you restrained.
How brave.
Harriet Jones.
Oh, better than ever.
I heard there have been some.
Blackmail?
If I didn't know.
God's honest.
You seem to know.
That's it.
I assure you.
Debauchery, then? Nurses Crane, Hawkins, Brannan.
Really? Well, if you have
This is your business, Doctor, not mine.
Thank you for your time, Mr.
The patients and staff might know something. I'll start my investigation with them.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Milton.
Yes, I am.
Is this your definite?
No.
Whose idea was?
What difference does
Answer my.
It was my idea.
Why did?
Why not?
You put a.
Report me then, Dr. Reed.
Why did?
Why not?
You put a.
Report me then, Doc.
How long?
Or long enough.
You'd be. Milton.
Yes, I am.
Is this?
No.
What can you tell me about the strange?
Let me guess.
No matter.
Who says I don't?
She could have.
That old wit.
Goodbye, Nuzzle.
Circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Good evening.
Dr. Reed.
Goodbye. Good evening,
Dr. Reed.
Have you?
I have.
What is this? It's. Goodbye, Dr. Tim. Good evening.
Good evening.
Do you know if...
The people who were...
Tell me what Dr. Tippett's...
If I had not...
You can't allow your emotions to...
Look around you, Dr. Reed.
I can't say I approve.
I'm not proud of what I've done.
I've decided that I won't reveal...
I'm so glad you shared...
I hope you're right.
Dr. Tippett must regain...
Good evening, nurse.
Good evening.
Tell her you can't...
Look around.
To clear Dr. Tippett...
I respect Dr.
Have you seen...
I've never...
You can't... To clear Dr...
I respect...
Goodbye, nurse.
I have wasted too much energy for so little result.
You can't just die like this. Have you found Oswald?
Not yet.
All right.
I have all...
Thank you.
Don't worry.
We've dodged death so many times. Oswald, you can't just die like this.
You're sure you don't come back with me?
Nah, I have to see someone at the hospital.
Be careful. You look so bad they may keep you as a patient.
Fuck 'em. I don't like hospitals. Or doctors.
Well then, when you go back to Whitechapel, you may find this useful.
What is it?
A pass for a free medical exam by the best nurse available. Just read it.
I don't read well, but thank you, I guess.
This man has been savagely attacked and dragged to the floor. What sort of creature is this? Here's what's left of him. Not a lot to check. Some voucher for a free checkup in Whitechapel. What is Nurse Crane up to? I really must find her.
Feel the fresh air! Can't breathe! Can't breathe! I don't want to die here! I want to see the sky! Feel the fresh air!
Are you injured?
Help me get out!
I'm Dr. Reed.
Okay.
Mr. Thatch?
Yes.
Good.
He's got one of them! Stupid beast! Bloody leaf! Let's see how it likes a bit of fire! Steady, boys! We've got one of them here! Oh, Christ!
piss me off.
I cannot enter.
It's all right, sir. What are you doing?
Yeah, it's assessed.
You're very lucky.
Yeah.
You can find safe...
This is Braille. I need someone who can read this.
ready, boys! We've got one of them! I'll send you to hell.
Sorry, sir. No admittance.
Steady, boys! We've got one of them here!
More and more of these bloody leeches every night.
Leech fight! Watch out!
Filthy piece of shit!
Shit, that leech is fast!
Whitechapel. This neighborhood is linked somehow to the kind Lady Ashbury's blackmail. First, let's find this Petrescu fellow.
end up another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
What? What?
I'm Dr. Reed.
No.
Whatever. Do you know... Really?
Word is...
What?
Nothing.
You mean you used to...
Yeah,
You don't... Perhaps...
I'm sick.
A gun? Good evening, Benjamin.
I'm afraid...
I have found...
Oh, I see.
The gang's recruiter was...
I love my Albert.
A gun, alcohol, and...
Another drunk arsehole littering the streets. Not me.
Are you all right?
The bastard at the wall next...
If you've been hurt...
Name's Albert.
What happened?
Hey!
Medication and drugs are a rare commodity.
Sod off, mister. You ain't got no clue what's going...
It's true. I'm not familiar with this part.
I said sod...
What happened?
Hey! I did...
Medication and drugs.
Sod off. I said sod...
Do you know...
Never heard of her.
Goodbye, young...
The wet boots will be proud of me. Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a weekend laughing.
All the good boys join the army and the scum turn criminals.
Swanborough cordial can be the answer to all your problems. As long as you have the money.
Good evening, miss.
Good evening, sir.
Actually...
Then you have come...
Oh.
Ah, my brother.
I'd like to see what kind of medicine. Tell me.
The region
Is there anyone...
Cadogan Bates, without a doubt.
What do you think?
Most of them are afraid.
Formula wouldn't even cure
The Swanborough's cordial's secret ingredient.
a placebo effect is...
Medical attention in Whitechapel.
Well...
See? You have to admit I'm doing...
Do you know...
I don't like to...
Competition?
Never met her, but it's...
You look ill.
I'm perfectly fine.
Goodbye, miss.
Wasted your life away.
I'm not your boy, all right?
Do you need assistance?
Please.
There you go.
Very funny.
Goodbye.
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavvy.
Good evening.
I'm afraid
You don't seem well.
I always...
I will see. What is it, Benjamin?
The doctors called me a liar.
Yes.
I'm not ashamed.
Do you know... Really?
Word is...
Whatever...
I swear...
A gun up...
What do you want?
Good evening, sir.
There is no Dorothy.
I'm afraid this medical leaflet...
Really? Well, I'm afraid I'm...
To enter that house, I must discover who this man really is. Maybe I could start by observing what he's up to. There's nobody here. There's no one in. It's locked, all right.
When science fails you, this elixir will give you faith again.
It's locked.
Its effectiveness has been proven by many. Even the flu is no match.
I won't end up with a drunk arsehole littering the streets.
Good evening, Ben.
I'm afraid...
A gun?
Me? I'll not die in some piss-stinking alley reeking worse than a week-old lavage.
It's locked, all right.
This is not a place for you, sir. Stay away! Look at it!
I fear no
Christ!
Die, vermin! I order you to step back! The power of the Lord commands you! Stop! Back, demon! Stay back, beast!
This man stunned me with his faith. His crucifix. This is not good news. can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable. I have this thirst for blood. This is despicable.
Get them weapons ready! We're found
I have this thirst for blood.
Good evening, sir.
If you're here for...
I'm not here...
Doctor?
Do you require...
Not me.
Since I took...
Well...
It's unusual. That's...
I don't see what...
What is your...
I offer fair...
I see.
Well...
Of your action. Tell me.
People are just...
What do you mean?
People are act...
What is...
I offer... Well...
I don't... What has Miss... I've no interest.
So it's...
Goodbye, Mr.
Science fails you. This elixir will give you faith again.
Good
I'd like
evening,
to see what kind
my
of medicine
dear
you're selling.
colleague.
I can't believe I'm doing this. This is despicable.
Perhaps I should look into it. Eve.
Since I took an oath.
Well...
Infecting you...
Whoa. You give me this...
I want to know everything about...
Well, rent me...
Sir, I wish I had found you.
Yeah, but you saved me, didn't you?
And take this as my final warning.
Really?
You seem to...
Not much.
You'd better not... I'm looking...
Dorothy?
Tell me...
Like keeping my tenants alive?
Has she treated...
No.
Goodbye, Mr...